You clicked on this video for one reason and one reason only. Deep down inside, you have a vision and a goal of becoming rich one day. Well, I'm about to fill you in on a secret most people don't realize until it's too late. You don't need 10 years to get rich. You need 12 months of clarity. Hell, most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're random. Seriously, they try crypto in March, drop shipping in April, gym in May, back to Netflix by June. And then they say, I guess money just isn't my thing. No, more like discipline isn't your thing. Because getting rich isn't about one lucky move. It's about stacking smart moves in order. Over the next few minutes, you'll see exactly why. I'm personally going to walk you through 15 steps to build real wealth in 12 months, month by month. No lottery tickets, no manifest abundance, no fake guru nonsense. And I'm starting with the one step that makes everything else possible. Step 1. Month 1. Stop leaking money and get serious. First of all, let me just say this. Before you chase money, plug the holes. If I literally handed you $100,000 right now, but you spent $120,000 every year, you're still broke. Month 1 isn't sexy, it's surgical. You audit everything. Subscriptions, DoorDash addiction, random Amazon purchases, car payments that look like a mortgage. You're not budgeting to restrict your life. You're budgeting to buy your freedom back. Here's the brutal truth. Most people don't need more income first. They need fewer leaks. Here's what I want you to do. Pull 3 months of bank statements. Highlight these 3 things: non-essentials, recurring expenses, and interest payments. Your goal, free up 20 to 30% of your take-home income. Not by suffering, by cutting unconscious spending. Because you can't build wealth on a cracked foundation. And here's the twist most people miss. If you free up $800 per month and invest it at 8% annually, that's nearly $150,000 in 10 years. Same income, different awareness. But plugging holes is just survival. Now we build power. Saving money makes you stable, but stability doesn't make you rich. Month 2 is where things start getting uncomfortable. Step 2, month 2. Increase your income by 20% immediately. Now, I'm going to explain something very important to you, and unfortunately, many of the people watching this still won't get it. You don't have an investment problem, you have an income problem. Most people try to budget their way to wealth. That's like trying to get strong by eating less. Month 2 is about offense. Ask yourself, what skill can I monetize within 30 days? Is it writing, editing, sales, digital ads, real estate wholesaling, AI prompt consulting, short-form video editing? You don't need mastery, you need market value. Here's a fact. The fastest way to increase income isn't a raise. It's switching roles or adding income streams. Data shows job hoppers increase salary faster than loyal employees over time. Translation? Loyalty is noble, it's not profitable. So month 2 strategy goes like this. 1. Update resume. 2. Apply aggressively. 3. Pitch freelance services daily. 4. Reach out to 5 people per day. The goal, $500 to $1,500 extra per month. Because once your income increases, we weaponize it. More money is useless if you don't tell it where to go. Month 3 is where amateurs quit. Winners automate. Step 3, month 3, automate your wealth system. This is one of the things I mentioned to you in our previous video. Rich people don't rely on willpower. They rely on systems. Month 3 is boring. It's also powerful. Basically, here's what I want you to do. Start by opening up these crucial accounts. Brokerage account, high-yield savings account, retirement account if available. Then automate transfers. The moment money hits your checking account, it moves. No decisions, no emotions. You pay yourself first. Studies in behavioral economics show that automation dramatically increases savings rates because it removes decision fatigue. You're not building wealth with motivation, you're building it with defaults. Now, every dollar has a job. And this is where most people think investing is complicated. It isn't. But what we do next determines everything. Most people invest like gamblers. Month 4, we invest like architects. Step 4, month 4, build a core index fund foundation. Please listen to me carefully because I want to give you a golden piece of advice. The stock market isn't a casino. It's a patience machine. Month 4 is about building your base, not day trading, not meme stocks. You build a diversified index portfolio. Why? Because over 90% of active traders underperform the market long term. That's not opinion, that's data. S&P 500 historically averages around 8 to 10% annually over long periods. Month 4 plan goes like this: 70 to 80% broad market index, 20 to 30% growth tilt or international exposure. Simple, consistent, boring, and boring builds wealth. But now you have momentum, and this is where most people plateau because they focus only on investing and ignore the most powerful multiplier of all. So let's turn up the heat. Step 5, month 5. Kill high-interest debt like it insulted your mother. If your credit card interest rate is 24%, you're not investing. You're drowning. Month 5 is about friction removal. Here's the math nobody talks about. If you're paying 22% interest on a credit card, that's a guaranteed 22% loss annually. There is no stock market that guarantees 22% returns. So before you get cute with investing strategies, destroy toxic debt. Not all debt is bad. Mortgage at 4%, fine. Student loan at 3%, manageable. Credit card at 26%, financial poison. Here's your month 5 game plan. Aggressively pay down anything above 8 to 10% interest. Use snowball method, smallest first for momentum, or avalanche method, highest interest first for math. Whichever keeps you consistent. Because here's the truth. Interest either works for you or against you. Right now, it's working against most people. And once you eliminate high-interest debt, your money breathes. And look, it's not just about getting out of debt over here. If you're someone still working on your path to financial freedom, be sure to subscribe to the channel and watch our financial freedom playlist to get the full scoop and stay updated on all of our upcoming videos. But anyways, now that you've cleaned the battlefield, it's time to bring in artillery. Saving makes you stable, investing makes you steady, but leverage makes you dangerous. Step 6, month 6. Build a skill that prints money. So how do you do this? Well, let's start small and then gradually level up. Your job pays you once. Your skill can pay you forever. Month 6 is not about money, it's about power. You need one skill that compounds, not random hustle energy, a high-income skill. This could be things like sales, copywriting, video editing, paid media, AI workflow consulting, automation setup, real estate analysis, negotiation. Why? Because skills scale, jobs cap. Let me put it simply. If your income depends on showing up physically, you're trading time. If your income depends on skill, you're trading value, and value scales. Spend month 6 learning one monetizable skill intensely, 1 hour per day minimum. By the end of this month, you should be able to sell it, offer it, pitch it. Even if you're imperfect, perfection is poverty in disguise, because the faster you monetize skill, the faster your income explodes. And when income explodes, we don't inflate lifestyle. We stack assets. Most people upgrade their car when income increases. We upgrade our ownership. Step 7, month 7. Buy cash flowing assets, not flex items. I know this sounds complicated, but stay with me and you'll start to understand. Rich people buy income. Broke people buy impressions. Month 7 is about flipping your psychology. When you get extra money, it's like your brain damn near instantly says, new phone, new shoes, new watch, new car. Now pause. Instead ask, will this pay me? If the answer is no, it's not an asset. You want assets that generate cash flow, dividend stocks, rental property, small online businesses, content channels, digital products, private lending. Here's a powerful stat. The majority of millionaires own multiple income streams, not one. Your month 7 goal, acquire your first small cash flowing asset, even if it pays you $100 per month, because that $100 isn't money, it's proof. Proof you can build income without clocking in. And that mindset shift changes everything, but we're not done. Because income is good, cash flow is better. Equity, that's where wealth hides. Cash flow feeds you, while equity frees you. Step 8, month 8. Start acquiring equity positions. Let's be real. If you don't own assets, you're building someone else's empire. Month 8 is about ownership, not renting life. Owning it. This could mean equity in a small business, starting your own side business, and buying undervalued assets and investing in yourself aggressively. The rich obsess over equity because equity grows while you sleep. Think about this. If you own 1% of a growing company and that company doubles, you doubled without working twice as hard. Equity is leverage in disguise, and most people ignore it because it doesn't feel immediate, but it's powerful. Now at this point, 8 months in, here's what you have. Lower expenses, higher income, automated investing, no toxic debt, a high income skill, cash flowing assets, and equity growth. That's not luck, that's structure. But here's the problem. Most people mess up right here because once momentum builds, ego sneaks in, and ego is expensive. We're about to move into months 9 to 12. This is where you avoid self-sabotage, where you scale intelligently, where you turn progress into acceleration, and where most people either break through or fall back. Step 9, month 9. Avoid lifestyle inflation like it's a scam. Just because you make more doesn't mean you're richer. Month 9 is psychological warfare. You've increased income, your bank account looks healthier, and your brain whispers, you deserve it. New apartment, new car, better furniture, better vacations. Here's the trap. Most people upgrade their lifestyle at the exact same rate they upgrade their income. So net worth stays flat. Wealth isn't what you spend, it's what you keep. Here, let's just make this simple. If your income increases from $60,000 to $85,000 and your expenses increase from $55,000 to $80,000, you are still broke. You just look better doing it. So here's the month 9 rule. Increase lifestyle by 10%. Increase investing by 90%. You reward yourself, but strategically. Buy comfort, not ego, because the person who delays lifestyle upgrades for 12 months becomes financially dangerous for life. But now that we've controlled ego, we build scale. Income grows linearly. Ownership grows exponentially. And month 10 is about multiplying effort. Step 10, month 10. Leverage systems, not hours. I gotta be completely honest because this is something everyone watching needs to understand. Working harder is a poor man's strategy. Month 10 is where you stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an operator. You've built skill. Now you systemize it. Example, if you freelance, can you package services, build a small team, use automation tools, or raise prices? If you have a side business, can you create recurring revenue, build subscriptions, productize your knowledge? The wealthy ask one question constantly. How can this work without me? Because income that requires you daily is fragile. Income that runs on systems is scalable. Month 10 goal, turn one income stream into a machine, raise prices, outsource low-level tasks, automate repetitive work. Easy as that, because leverage doesn't mean more hustle. It means less dependence. And now, we're getting to the real separator. Money is math, but wealth is positioning. Step 11, month 11. Position yourself in growth environments. Pay attention to this now. You don't rise to your goals, you rise to your circle. Month 11 is about proximity. You can't think big surrounded by small thinking. And this isn't arrogance, it's math. Your environment shapes your standards. If everyone around you spends everything, you normalize spending. If everyone invests, you normalize ownership. So month 11 challenge, upgrade your circle. Here's what I want you to do. Join business communities, investor groups, skill-based masterminds, professional networking spaces, even digitally, because information compounds and conversations expose blind spots. The fastest way to compress time, learn from people 5 years ahead of you. And now, you're almost at month 12. This is where most people slow down. We do the opposite. Most people think wealth is about earning more. The real game, keeping more. Step 12, month 12. Optimize tax strategy and structure. Look, this one is simple, but not easy. I'll break it down so everyone can understand. The rich don't hate taxes. They understand them. Month 12 is about efficiency. Once income grows, tax inefficiency becomes expensive. This is what you gotta do. Start learning business deductions, retirement account advantages, tax-advantaged investing, LLC structures, if applicable, depreciation if real estate involved. Here's something wild. The U.S. tax code rewards investors and business owners more than employees. Not conspiracy, policy. Here's your month 12 goal. Stop being financially reactive. Start being structurally intentional. Consult a tax professional if needed, because paying unnecessary taxes is like working overtime for free. Now, we've covered 12 months, but the title said 15 steps. And the final 3, these are the mindset multipliers, the ones that turn progress into identity. Let's finish this properly. Step 13, build an investor identity. So please, if you're a blue-collar worker, or maybe you've been at the same job for the last 5 to 10 years, don't take this personal. I've been in your position at some point. But now when I look back, I realize that the problem wasn't in the work ethic, it was the habits. Your habits follow your identity. If you still think of yourself as someone trying to get rich, You'll move cautiously. Start seeing yourself as an investor, an owner, a builder, because behavior follows belief. When you identify as an investor, you ask better questions. You delay gratification more easily. You think long-term automatically. This isn't mindset fluff, it's behavioral psychology. Change the story you tell yourself, your actions will follow. But identity without discipline is fantasy. Step 14, track net worth monthly. Put it this way, if you don't measure it, you'll ignore it. Most people track income, few track net worth, and that's the mistake. Net worth equals assets minus liabilities. That's your real scoreboard. Month by month, watch it. Even small increases build momentum. Tracking creates awareness. Awareness creates control. Control creates confidence. Confidence creates bold decisions. And now, the final step. The one that determines whether this was a 12-month experiment or a lifelong transformation. Step 15, play the long game. Bottom line, getting rich in 1 year is possible. Staying rich requires patience. Because let's be honest, most people won't follow all 15 steps, not because they can't, but because consistency is rare. If you follow this structure for 12 months, increased income, controlled spending, automated investing, built assets and avoided lifestyle traps, built systems, positioned strategically. You may not be a millionaire yet, but you'll be financially ahead of 90% of people your age. And here's the truth nobody says. Wealth isn't built in one dramatic leap. It's built in disciplined stacking, month after month, boring, consistent, unsexy, but powerful. Now here's the question. If you followed this for 1 year, what would year 2 look like? If you made it this far in the video, comment the words stacking money, because stacking is the game. And if you want to understand the one wealth rule that makes all of this easier, because in the next video, I'm breaking down exactly how to turn this 12-month foundation into a 5-year wealth acceleration plan that builds serious net worth, not feel-good money, real leverage money. Watch the next video right here. This isn't motivation, it's structure. And structure builds wealth. Now let's build yours.